when pictures of this alleged perpetrator of the bombs on January 6th, when they saw that he was a black man, they all assumed on the MAGA right that this was a left-wing extremist, when, by the way, it couldn't be further from the truth. From what we've learned and what ABC is reporting and other media outlets is that not only is he a Trump supporter, but the motive was because of Donald Trump's rhetoric and the lying about the 2020 election, saying that it was rigged. By the way, to this day, and there never will be any evidence of widespread voter fraud that could have changed the outcome of the election. So it appears as though this person, just like the guy who sent bombs to CNN, if you recall, years ago, because Donald Trump continued to attack CNN, calling them fake news, the same reason why this guy, it appears, set up some bombs on January 6th because he believed Donald Trump and that the election was stolen. And it's just, you hear the rhetoric over and over again from the far right, blaming the left for all the political violence and, blaming the left for the Charlie Kirk murder, which, by the way, couldn't be further from the truth, blaming the left for the 2 assassination attempts on Donald Trump, which, by the way, couldn't be further from the truth. I try to break this down, right? Because it's not hard. Mm-hmm. Let's review here for a moment. The first person who tried to kill Donald Trump was a registered Republican, a young man in his early 20s who come from a staunch Donald Trump family. Nothing to do with the left. The second guy who attempted to try to assassinate Donald Trump on one of his golf courses once voted for Donald Trump back in 2016. The perpetrator, alleged murderer of Charlie Kirk, was unregistered, came from a staunch conservative evangelical family. But yet they say they tried to kill Charlie Kirk. No, they didn't. One deranged individual did. They didn't try to kill Donald Trump. 2 people who have voted for Donald Trump did. So, I mean, they spread this propaganda and they spew this BS 24/7, and it's nothing but lies, and it's not true.
Gotta love those double standards, right?
The double standards, I mean, I could name you so many. These evangelical Christians and these fake Christians that talk about protecting kids, when Donald Trump is the guy who bragged about going into teenage girls' locker rooms and the pageants that he owned without their permission and bragged about it in a sexual manner on the Howard Stern show. But yet these are the people that claim they want to protect children. Did you look at the clergy and the thousands of children that were molested in churches and how they covered that up? But people will call into this show and say, hey, if you have mental health problems or depression, church will save you. Let's forget about all the professionals and the medical experts. Just go to church. I mean, it's impossible to have any sort of conversation of substance with these very low IQ and ill-informed Trump supporters. It's almost impossible. Occasionally, once in a while, you'll get somebody that's semi-intelligent, but they are few and far between those who voted for Donald Trump. I truly believe that not all, but a large majority of those that still support Donald Trump are either hateful people or ignorant people, or maybe both.